Hello and thanks for watching the Stephen Mendes channel. We're again talking about analog and digital today on the show, and we've called it the big fat analog lie. When I first started this discussion months ago, I actually had no analog gear at that time, although I'd had analog gear in the past. Viewers accused me of bias. How can you be comparing analog and digital gear and you don't even have any analog gear? And that accusation seemed reasonable. So I went out and I bought me a big analog modular synthesizers from synthesizers.com. And I'll be pleased to be showing you my second cabinet, which is due to arrive this week. But in the meantime, I thought I would make this video to continue stimulating interest in the topic. In reality, if you can put aside all the hype, the hoopula and the crapola, you can in fact realize that there are certain differences between the two, but to say that one is better than the other, fatter, warmer, fuller, or whatever other adjectives you could choose to use for it, is really, unfortunately, downright misleading. In fact, folks, it's really very difficult to compare the two, because when you sit down there on your digital synthesizer and you program a patch, it's the ultimate in precision. You enter exact quantities using some buttons or a wheel, and when you sit down to create the same patch on your analog synthesizer, you're turning knobs, the precision of which is very often not nearly as accurate as it is on your digital instrument. So you can make sounds that may be similar, but they would almost be impossible to be exact. So that's the nature of the actual audio sound that you hear. But as far as the interaction with the instrument is concerned, it's like chalk and cheese. Now, I love my analog modular synthesizer, and since I've got it, we've spent numerous happy hours together, patching away and doing things that it's impossible to do with anything other than a modular. And you can watch all of our other videos there that we've put up within the last month or so to see what I mean. But in connection with the sound, I wanted you to understand that inherently terms like fatter and warmer really have nothing to do with analog at all. You can make a fat, warm sound digitally, even if it doesn't sound the same as an analog animal. So I want you to go back and look at some of our show. We're going to give you some programming tips. One of the most popular series that I started in the synthesizer programming category was the DX series, where I was trying to help the users of these instruments to be able to program with some intelligence, some forethought, to actually do some serious synthesis, imitative synthesis, with their DX animal. And of course that requires an understanding of FM programming, which is additive programming, which is quite different from the subtractive filtering type of programming that is taking place on both your VST virtual instruments, most of them, as well as your real world analog animal. So folks, I think I've done enough talking, but I want to be provocative here. I want some comments and some feedback, and I really in fact want you to follow what we're doing so that you can see for yourself that truthfully in fact it's not all really about the sound at all, but it's about the way you interact with your animal. You must be able to interact with your animal. Okay? Thanks for watching the Stephen Mendes Show, and we'll see you soon again.